Mia stared at her phone. A single tear splashed on the screen, blurring the contact photo. Ethan, eyes crinkled in his familiar heart-stopping smile. It had been 6 months since their last conversation, a bitter fight that ended everything. Now she found herself typing, erasing and retyping a message. She longed to hear his voice, even just for a moment. To tell him she still thought about their park bench talks, his hand brushing hers at the cinema, their shared laughter over burnt pancakes on Sunday mornings. Memories, both beautiful and painful, flooded her mind. Should she send the message? Could she bear the silence if he didn't reply? The risk felt enormous, a weight pressing down on her chest. Yet the thought of carrying the weight of unspoken words was somehow heavier. Ethan had loved her laugh. He said it was music, a sound that chased away the world's shadows.
Mia closed her eyes, the memory as vivid as the summer day they met. They were at a friend's barbecue, both nursing awkward conversations and lukewarm drinks. Then their eyes met across the crowded patio and a spark ignited.
He had told her a terrible joke, his delivery so earnest that she couldn't help but laugh.
That laugh became their anthem. It echoed through their first date, a walk along the beach as the sun dipped below the horizon. It filled his tiny apartment as they cooked dinner together, flower fights and stolen kisses more important than the recipe. The fight had been explosive, fueled by misunderstandings and unspoken resentments. Harsh words like shards of glass had ripped through the fabric of their love, leaving behind wounds that ran deep.
Mia had never meant those things she'd said, the accusations flung in the heat of the moment. Later, after the tears and apologies, came the silence. A silence that stretched from days into weeks, each one an agonizing reminder of their shattered bond.
Ethan had always been the first to reach out, his patience a balm to her insecurities. This time he didn't. The silence was deafening, a constant ache in her chest.
Mia knew she couldn't keep reliving the past. So she wrote him a letter, pouring her heart out on paper. She wrote about the happy memories, the laughter and joy they shared. She wrote about the pain of their last fight, the regret that gnawed at her, and she wrote about her love for him, a love that even their shattered present couldn't erase.
Under the cover of night, she drove to his building, her hand trembling as she slipped the letter into his mailbox. As she drove away, she saw a light flicker on in his apartment. Ethan. Her heart pounded in her chest. He was awake.
He found her letter the next morning, the familiar handwriting a punch to his gut. He stood there for a long time. The paper crumpled in his hand, his heart a battleground of emotions, hurt, anger, longing. He wanted to call her, to hear her voice, to tell her what? He didn't know. The words, like always, remained trapped within, unspoken, unresolved. And in the silence their love story remained unfinished, a poignant reminder of the enduring power of words left unsaid.
He found her letter the next morning, the familiar handwriting a punch to his gut. He stood there for a long time, the paper crumpled in his hand, his heart a battleground of emotions, hurt, anger, longing. He wanted to call her, to hear her voice, to tell her what? He didn't know. The words, like always, remained trapped within, unspoken, unresolved. And in the silence, their love story remained unfinished, a poignant reminder of the enduring power of words left unsaid.